This is the horse that I've been working on getting her to move better. This is the one that can't stay in lead, falls out of lead in the back. Like here, her trot's a little bit short and choppy. I'll be extending it out in just a minute. I just got on her. I need to warm her up a little bit before I push her too hard. In order to get her to move better, there's basically two issues that's going on. One issue is she's not pushing with her back end hard enough. The second issue is she's not really using her stifle. She's not bending her stifle and using that. So I need to get those two worked out. There's also some issues in the shoulder that I need to get worked out, but that's not as high a priority as back here. So I've been trotting around a little bit, getting her warmed up a little bit. Now I'm gonna ask for a faster trot. The faster trot is gonna get her a little bit freer in her stifles. The stifle is the joint above the hock. She needs to use that a little bit more. She's improved a lot since I've started, but still not where it needs to be. Laying her ears back just a little bit. She don't really like working this hard, but as she gets used to it, she'll get more comfortable with it and it'll get easier. She's actually pretty relaxed. Her head's kind of rocking back and forth. Have to point her nose just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do to get the back end pushing is we're going to do a roll back against the wall. I'm going to tip her nose to the wall. Now see how her front end came to a standstill and her back end came around. We want to not let that happen. Let's go back. We're going to do it again. And we're going to stop that from happening. That is actually a symptom of the back end not pushing. If the back end is loose, going left and right, it isn't going to push. So we're going to do this again. And I'm going to ask her to push, 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 push. Try to get the back end pushing a little more. We're not going out the gate. Back end pushing a little more. Front end a little bit more mobile. I want the front end to do the turn, the back end to do the push. And in the process, we're going to push pretty hard. Come on. We're going to push pretty hard in between. See the back end start to lock in a little bit better. Still wasn't what I need my finished product to be, but it's already getting better. Come on, there we go. I need her to leave with effort. By the way, this is the horse that was terrified of cows. She's over that now. Push, 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 push. There we go. A lot better. She actually lifted her shoulder and brought her nose in. When I edit the video, I'll see if I can pull that frame out and show it to you. She has her shoulder kind of falling in. That'll need to be corrected, but I'm not going to dwell on that because I need the push. let her walk a little bit. That was actually more improvement than what I was expecting in that short a time. She's going to start engaging her back end a little bit better in the stop. She's starting that now. She's not doing that. In doing this exercise, she'll start engaging her back end better in the stop, lifting her shoulder, pivoting around, pushing with the back end because it'll be engaged in the stop. That's what really makes this exercise work. It's the engagement of the back end to stop sets the back end up to do the push when I depart. That's what makes this exercise work. She's giving me more shoulder lift than what she's given engagement in the back end. I'm gonna let her walk just a little bit, catch her breath, let me catch my breath, and then we're gonna do this again. All right, she's ready to go. So what I'm gonna do to help engage the back end a little bit more, I'm going to be more parallel to the wall when I ask for the stop, and I'm gonna pull a little bit less on the wall side hand. It gets her a little bit closer. It's a good chance she's gonna flip her back end out when I do that. If she does, I'll show you what I'm gonna do about it. See the back end come out? We're gonna go the other way. And then leave. So I tipped her nose to get the stop. When she kicked her back end out, we actually turned away from the wall and went the other way. Let's do that again with a little bit more effort. You'll see how that works. She's not wanting to go by the wall because it feels like work. She's really not that inclined to put that much effort in anything. So wall, turn away from the wall, and push. Whoa. You see there? She used her back end to engage, and she kicked her butt out some, but not like what she did. She had her back end engaged because she didn't know if she was going to turn that way or if I was going to turn her this way. See how much improvement I got with just turning away from the wall. Now let's do it again. Go around a time or two. She's wanting to kind of lean in on her shoulders. I'll work more on that. And another exercise, I did that on the last exercise. Almost came out in the lope. She didn't put as much effort into stopping that time. We'll try it again. And all these exercises that I do, I know how I want the horse to use its body. So basically, I'm just setting the horse up in a position that makes using its body how I want it to use its body correct. Makes it the easiest way to use its body. It would have to put more effort into using its body a different way than how I'm asking. And let's leave. If you saw the video when I was loping her out front, I didn't have any push out of the turn. It was almost like winding her up to get her to lope. I could push her just a little bit more and I would get the lope. But that's not what I'm working on here. This is going to build to a better lope, but I have to get the muscles built up and using correctly to get there before I ask for it. There we go. Easy. Good job. So I'll continue working this more. engaging her back end, getting her to bend her stifle more, use her stifle. And then I'll show you a follow-up video in a few days. This is Maria. I'll put a link up here to her other videos. There's quite a few of them. Until next time, thank you for watching.